ironic that our traffic planners at the Ministry of Roads and Infrastructure produce a traffic plan for Port of Spain, which is working fairly well. They did the same for Siberia Canal, which is working fairly well. They did for San Fernando, and when I was there last week, if they had elections the following day, I won every seat, everything. Today we were in Princestown, and you know we have a plan from Princestown that seems workable to all these stakeholders, and next week Monday we'll buy a car outside in the river. And yet for the only area that the plan did not work, and in fact worked badly, is Chaguanas, which in some ways is my constituency and Mr. Katie's. So I told Mr. Katie that there is some protocol, right, to get me before time. And if it was the case, it is working. Mr. Dexter Mumbai is our chief traffic engineer, and Balini also. Balini also works as our traffic engineer as well. And I asked him to come here tonight to interact with you and to get from you some feedback. Sorry. Because the meeting we had in the auditorium at the Blueborough Hall did not have as many stakeholders as I see here tonight. And then we put it on a trial run on the Friday. It was a disaster. And they blamed the fact that there was not enough public education information. So we tried on the Monday. It was equally a disaster. And then to put it back the same day. And I apologize for this and for the inconvenience. If you don't try, you will know anything. On Saturday, during my constituency day, I met Mr. Nesbit, who had an idea, a plan. Says, where you remove all the traffic lights from Chaguanas, except one, the one at KFC. And I told him I didn't have time to look at it. But I said to him that if he's brave enough, he could come here and tell us what it is, and possibly get some advice from you, whether it's workable or not. Because he did not somebody tomorrow morning at 9 at the ministry. But I felt that we shouldn't miss this opportunity to get from you some ideas for him to look at. I'm sorry I won't be able to stay beyond 8 o'clock. But in any event, they will remain with you. But I am here more to listen to you than for you to listen to me. And I will answer your questions as far as they are practicable. So what I'd like to suggest, Dr. Fuller, if you could ask Mr. Nesbit to tell us what he has in mind, and then we shall have a kind of interactive session. And then I can conclude. So thank you very much. And before I leave, let me say, Mr. Shepherd, I knew since 1967 as the banker in CIBC and Chaguanas was in the market. And those days he was the best banker. He took care of us, gave us loans. He was not too hard on us when you couldn't repay. Right? And I'm happy to see that you still carry on some commitment like this. And thank you very much. Not only any plug for your lecture. Right? I'm not saying thank you very much. I see you're still working.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister.
What Nesbit? What Nesbit?
He asked the fellow to present his plan.
What Nesbit? Okay. What Nesbit?
Damien Nesbit.
Nesbit, right.
The presenter is who? Dave Dunstan. Dunstan and Damien. Okay.
Okay, good night everybody. My name is Dunstan Nesbit. See some faces I know here. I, myself and my brother, we represent GPS Rescue Limited. We are residents of the Chaguanas area, originally from Enterprise. I live in Chaguanas and Xavier Street. He still lives in Enterprise. Ironically, my car was down last week and I had to travel. Monday morning when all of this happened, I was caught in that. So I said, you know, yes, we're trying to fix this thing. It must have a solution for this. So I put some thought to it during the course of the day, and this is what I came up with. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to if you look on the back page of the traffic plan is fairly detailed in front of you, so all the wording and where you should turn and all that is the first few pages, but the diagram, if you look at it on the last 2 pages, you will have a better sense of what I'm trying to do here. So I'll just run through this one and you can study the rest on your own. I'll just run through the first slide. Want to see what it looks like? Anybody who doesn't? Okay, so what we want to do, we look at area 1 first. Area 1 is where the Southern Main Road and Ramsar Street meet, that junction there. What we want to do is remove the traffic light there and revert to what we had before. So you proceed west on Ramsar Street one way, either from coming from Edinburgh or coming from the Chaguanas area, and you go west. When you get to Map Street, the traffic proceeding west turns right onto Map Street, everything going east turns left onto Map Street. When you get to the Vidix Pullover, this is the first major change, the significant change that we're going to make. We're going to go both directions on Eleanor Street. So you could, at Joseph, at that corner of Vidix and Joseph there, you could turn right to get back to the main road, to mid-center, or you could turn left to go behind the market. Or you could go straight. So what you do there, what you eliminate there, is the crossing that you have there. And if anybody drives there, you know that people always rushing you there. Both going in both directions, everybody jostling to get across there. So we cut that, we remove that all together. So you're flowing there, you're not stopping there. When we get to the main road now, we're also going to change the flow on the main road. We go in either direction. So when we get to the main road now, you could turn left to go into Chaguanas, or you turn right to get back out of Chaguanas. You're not allowed to go across the Trial Street. You're not allowed to, so the traffic, so what you have now, all the traffic that we're pushing through Chaguanas now, they buffer in and they're going down behind Eleanor Street, or they're buffering and they're going out on the market, or they're going out on the main road. Now, we're changing the direction of Trial Street, so Trial Street is no longer from the main road to Yard Street, it's in the opposite direction now, from Yard Street to the main road. So when you get to the main road now, you turn right to go back to the market, or you turn left to come out of Chaguanas.
And right is one way.
And it's one way.
So you can filter both sides.
This is one way. Both sides is one way. So what you would see now, if you want to go through Chaguanas, you make something like an 8. Instead of going straight down the main road, you make something like an 8, and you still cover everywhere in Chaguanas. So the business people have the traffic flow in front of them, the taxis have the traffic flow, the commuters have access to the cars that are passing. So when we get to Busy Corner now, Busy Corner is up for discussion because I have many configurations you could change Busy Corner into. But the original idea I had in my head is that, so we're coming out of Chaguanas east, we're heading east, and when we get to Busy Corner, the southern lane turns right, so you could go back around Chaguanas, so you could go back and come back around Eleanor Street. So you're buffering that traffic there, so all the traffic that comes through still flowing, or the traffic on the northern lane goes into the Montrose area. Now, what I'm suggesting is that the traffic on the northern lane, before you cross the Endeavour Road, you draw a stop in the road here. So the Endeavour Road traffic has the right of way. So you stop there and you proceed with caution. Now, why we're doing that is because the road is now one way, you can't turn back right to go back into Chaguanas. So you want to give those drivers some allowance. So what you do is, you have 15 barricades there. What you do between number 6 and number 8, those 3 barricades, you remove them and you have a filter onto the southern lane that's heading west. So they could cross that road there and go across in the mid-center area. So that's how they get back into Chaguanas. That's how they get back into Chaguanas. Now, if you're coming into Chaguanas at Busy Corner, there's also enough barricades. The last 3 barricades, if you remove them where the clock is and you remove them, small vehicles can make a right turn there. So the vehicles that come off the highway don't have to go down to Chaguanas. They just filter, and if your vehicle is small enough, light vehicles, heavy vehicles won't be able to do it, but light vehicles, you make that right turn.